I just got notified that you going live.
I heard that whistle sound. I heard the whistle. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. You know what, girl? Sasha, Miss Legendary Sasha, honey.
What?
I think we're about 3 minutes early. We're doing good tonight.
That's good.
We're
That's good.
doing real good.
We
We
we took
on time.
we took Dr. Ray Dr. Ray's
I heard
lead.
that whistle sound. Say it again. I'm sorry.
We took Dr. Ray's lead. She was at 7 o'clock. Bam.
Girl, she was sharp, honey. She was sharper than a 2-inch sword, honey. She was like, listen, when I say seven,
You
I
better
mean
be
seven.
there.
And I mentioned that just to be a little bit messy because you get so many people that say a time and then they show it way later. And even I even say when I'm popping on live, I'd be like 8-ish or something like that. But yeah,
Right.
so hey everybody. So Sasha and I are just chatting. We just got off an amazing. Hey Miriam, welcome. Amazing webinar called Money Talk with a client of mine. Her name is Dr. Ray. She's the legendary Dr. Ray. Better Health with Dr. Ray. It was amazing, awesome. So we're still sort of like recouping from that conversation. And we just jumped off of that and hopped on here for you guys because
Yep.
we want to have another systems talk. Okay.
Mm.
And if
I
you
love
guys,
systems.
go ahead.
No, I love systems. It's so weird. People, I use the word a lot and I'm like, it's systems. It's just about systems. And people look at me like, what woman, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's just systems. Like you gotta
We're going
have
to
the
be
systems.
basically talking about that starting now all the way to the end of the third quarter and
Mm,
even beyond. And I'm not even playing on that. You know, I'm really
nice.
not. So if y'all missed the show last night, make sure you'll go over and check it out. For those of you who are watching me for the first time, my name is Letitia Campbell. I am your number one sales and marketing manager, sales and systems manager, sorry. For over a decade, I've been helping course creators, network marketers, and service providers grow and scale their businesses by teaching you guys how to discover your unique system and strategy that's going to allow you to generate more sales online. And I have
Mm,
an amazing guest. You guys are going to practically see her on here every single day. Her name is Miss Sasha Figueroa, the legendary Sasha
yes.
Figueroa. If you could introduce yourself, sis, go ahead.
Well, as you said, my name is Sasha Figueroa. I am an online business manager. To sum it down, operations manager, digital operations manager. That's the best way to look at it. I make sure that the CEO can stay the CEO and actually sit into their position like they're supposed to and continue to grow their vision while their business keeps growing without them.
That's right. And we went really, really deep last night. I really enjoyed last night's show. Did you enjoy last night's show, Sasha?
I did. I did. I actually did a watch party after, and then I did a watch party today. I was like, I need more people to see this. This is wonderful.
Yes. I even said I might just make it an ad. I told you that last night. Like it was literally that good. And yes, we probably have stepped on a few toes, but the responses that I've gotten after that live that we did last night was absolutely breathtaking to me. And I shared a couple of screenshots with you. What happened? Really, what we were reaching for last night, and what we're advocating for tonight, is getting you guys to realize that you deserve more.
Right.
You deserve more money, you deserve a better lifestyle, and you deserve more help. Okay, what Sasha and I are offering you guys with our services is we're just giving you what you deserve. You deserve not only more help, you deserve to spend time on your business on the things that you should be spending time on, right, Sasha?
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And we know that in most cases, for those of us who've been building our businesses online for a long period of time, it's almost difficult for us to trust some people. It's difficult for us to let
Yes.
certain things go that we got used to doing. I know I'm going to raise my hand on that. That's me. So I know for a fact for me, I've been offering my transparency with the struggles that I've had during the process of growing my back end team. That is more is for most people, it is a mindset shift. It is a
Right.
I'm gonna give away my baby to you to help me
Right.
grow and nurture, right?
Yeah.
And but at this point, it's having a back end machine behind you is a necessity. It's a must. It definitely is a must. Sasha would definitely agree. I know. I think back in April, Sasha, you and I were talking about, we were getting more clients now, more business than we've ever done before, right?
100% correct. I didn't even expect it, to be honest, and it kind of happened so organically. I had to look back and think when it wasn't happening. I was like, wait a minute, when did this even start? And it just happened so organically by doing what we're supposed to be doing, the right way. And it just one moment I look up and I'm like, wow, this was the best month. This is the best 2 months that I've had in a while, and we're in the middle of some serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was a very strange thing to see.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And also, it's like now at times, and this is not just a testament to her and I, but really, those of y'all who are watching, your audience now has the time, the resources,
Right,
and the need to watch you more. Like, people are
right.
in more need now than they've ever have been in need before. So everything that you guys have probably been speaking about for the past 10 years is now starting to really resonate with your audience. And if you're not out there in a massive way, and if you don't have the back end machine, like Sasha mentioned last night, to manage the 50 to 100 people, 50 to 100 leads plus that come to you, then you're
Right.
going to miss a bunch of opportunities. It's going to go to the next person that probably does not have the best product, service, or course than you do. You know what I'm saying? But it's about seizing that opportunity. Or do you have your business ready? Hey, Charmaine, welcome, sis. Hey, Miss Tasha, is your business ready on the back end to take on all that? And like you mentioned last night, can you in fact walk away from your business for a week or two if you need time and still have your business keep moving? So last night, we started off on how Sasha and I are opening up our calendars for those of you guys who are serious about taking your businesses to the next level, by implementing infrastructure on the back end in your business. Services like social media growth, services like virtual assistants, for services like financial education, tons of services, design services. I mean, lead generation services, all the things you need to get in the front of the people that you need to get in front of. We encourage you guys to go and book a call at campbellsuccessnetwork.com so that we can get in on a call with you and show you how we can inject revenue with your business. And Sasha, there was something that you mentioned last night of how these calls are not just discovery calls; they're more like strategy sessions. And talk a little
Right.
bit more about that, why we do it that way.
Well, one, because it's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
that's that's
Absolutely.
literally who we are as business women and as a whole. But the reason we do that is because we need people to see that there's a way to do it. There is a way to succeed. It just because they haven't seen it, just because they haven't figured it out, there is a way, and we show you that these are the steps that you need to take. And it kind of happens every time we have a discovery call, we end up giving people the strategies they need to actually take the next step, which as much as I appreciate helping people and I want to help, that's one of my top goals. The discovery calls are turning out to be more and more a strategy and what they have to do next. And it's just that's the way we are, in the sense of what, as business people, and what how we, the passion we have. We know so much that when we talk to people on the discovery calls, strategy sessions, we want you to succeed. We tell you this is what you need to do. We're looking for you to succeed. We don't want, I mean, we're going to keep doing what we're doing, but we want you to succeed. And so when we get on the calls, it tends to turn into, this is what you need to do from A to Z. And then it's like,
Yep.
wait a minute, dang, now I gave them everything that they're gonna need, because that's just what we do.
Yep.
So I'm glad that we're doing it this way. I really am. I'm glad that we decide to make the pivot, and make sure that people are serious about it and actually gonna take action on what we tell them to do, because we know what we're talking about, because we've been there. So
That's right.
I'm very excited for the shift that we're making to make sure that everything, all the conversations we're having are action conversations, not just, okay, I'm on your dream with you, but that's it. We're still just on a dream boat. No, action,
Yeah.
action, action.
Absolutely. And it's about being, serious. It's about
Yeah.
knowing that each and every individual that we come in contact with is knowing that, first of all, they know that we're serious. We put it
Right.
out there with the main intent to help every individual, be their best selves. You know what I'm saying? But with also in that, it's about knowing that the people that we talk to are also serious about taking their businesses to the next level. And even if we're talking to somebody who's sitting across from us and nervous, or they're like unsure, you we can get you through that process. That's like the simple part. Once you see
Right.
everything that we have to offer, and you see that you're in the best of hands, probably the best hands that you ever been into, especially for those of you who have worked with people for work with several different people. It's like it's about, that we're serious, and we want to make sure that the people that we're talking to are serious. And yes,
Right.
early on, we've done many, many calls, and we always ran into that wall where the majority of people are just excited about entrepreneurship, but they're not serious about entrepreneurship, because it takes work. A lot of people go into thinking that, I can do this part-time or just whenever I feel like it. And then when they really see the major work involved, and they as one individual cannot do all the work on their own, that's when things get sort of backpedaled, or when people
Right.
realize the amount of investment that they have to make in order to get their vision, activated. It's they sort of, take a step back. So we
Right.
do it how we do it, because again, I'm gonna say this, like I said last night, that we only, if you're gonna go to camelsuccessnetwork.com, and you're gonna click that button to book a call, I want everyone to know that you have to be serious, because you're taking not just a next step for 12 weeks or 2-3 months. You're taking that next step forever. Like, this is like you're literally changing the trajectory of your business forever. Okay, like that's
Right.
how freaking serious it is, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's true.
super excited about it. I'm 1,000% excited about this. The fact that it took me a long, long time, and most of y'all who have been watching me, y'all know I have a long track record in this digital space. Okay, many of y'all can go down my timeline and see where I started to today, which is years and years. I mean, long time, right? I don't want to give away my age, right? But I have worked with so many different people. I have partnered with so many different people. And Sasha, I can honestly say it's an honor for me to work alongside with you, with
Thank
your
you. It's the
expertise,
same.
everything that you know. It's like, this is not a one person over other. This is a 1,000% partnership. I had a
Yep.
conversation with a gentleman by the name of Miko. I had him on my show yesterday morning. We just signed off
Mhm.
on a partnership, and and God is really aligning me with some amazing powerhouse people like yourself, Sasha. But we
Thank
gotta,
you.
I had to go through the woods and the jungle
Yeah.
to get to where I am at now, and that's just amazing. How
Right.
everything sort of has fell in line. So I know I'm excited about this
I am
opportunity.
too.
How are you feeling about it, sis?
I'm very excited about it. And you know what's funny about it is when I stopped trying to watch what other people were doing
Oh
and just
yes.
paid attention to what I was doing and got myself around the people that were not looking to get so much from me but looking to give me so much without asking for so much in return.
Ooh, yes, girl.
That was my business had a shift. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, but my
Yeah.
business, what I'm doing and what my business are doing, were they were not aligning with each other.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
the moment I stopped looking at what everybody else was doing and just sit into my zone of genius and actually just own my space and know that I deserve to work with people of higher caliber like yourself, and other people that we work with. The moment I switched that mindset, I was like, oh my goodness, I started attracting some amazing, amazing people. And now people that are close to me, they don't have to go through the woods to do that because they see the people that I'm pulling in. So because they see the people I'm pulling in, they're like, well, I'm going to follow whatever you're doing because I see who you're getting connected with. I want in on that too. So they're leveling up because they see me leveling up. So because they're deciding to work with me, we're leveling up together, and
Mhm.
I think it's an amazing thing. And it's so funny because the best people that I've come across are not always, they're out there, but they're not the loudest.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm loud.
so yeah. Well, no, you're out there you're on social media. You're putting yourself out there, but you're not
Yeah.
trying to be like, check me out and check out
Yeah.
this and look at my big
Yeah.
old mansion and look at my car.
Yeah.
And look
Yeah.
at,
I cool.
no,
Yes, I get that
you're
part.
not doing things like that, but yeah, you're the one that I've learned from the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, just because somebody's out there and they're like, okay, check out, I'm on the beach, I'm on doing this, check that don't mean they know what they're doing.
And I talked about that lightly yesterday morning when I had
Right.
me go on my show, and how I used to look at that in other people, and that became a huge distraction for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if that's the reason why those of y'all who are watching, or that's if that's what y'all are searching for, as someone to partner with, you're going to be hitting a dead end every time, because that's all materialistic stuff. You got to really look at the heart of people. I'm so vibe and energy driven right now. I'm so spiritual driven right now. I told y'all last
Right.
October that I'm in the business now of being obedient to what God is telling me, and not looking at materialistic things that I cannot take to my grave when I die, and really leveraging legacy building, versus me worrying about looking at all these different luxuries that's only going to be a distraction. And half the time, when you really go deep into people, it's not even an actual reality. So
Right.
like I said before, if that's something that you guys are looking for, it's going to distract you from your
Right.
to get to your destination. Ultimately, your journey is your journey, and those of y'all who are watching should not even want people to come to you because you live in a mansion, or because you have a Range Rover, or whatever. You should want people to come to you because they know that you can help them, not because of what
Right.
you have. Because those things are material. Realistic, the transformation comes from that, you transforming that person's life, and that should not always be something that is 100,000% monetary. So I totally get what you're saying. And even as Sasha and I were talking last night or this morning, because we speak all the time, but
One of those times.
I know what somewhere we talked about this, right? We were like talking about even the tagline for when her and I do these segments, because and this was last night because I was sharing some stuff with you. One of the things that we talked about with this segment is very important. We all, those of y'all who are watching this, and y'all digging what we're saying, you're loving all this stuff, you're in our amen corner and all that is great. It shows really about you watching, listening,
Mhm.
and then taking action.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what it's really about. We're going to give you all the information that you need on this live. We're also going to answer any questions that you might have on this live, but the conversations after in our inboxes or whatever should be, let's take action. I'm gonna go to the link,
Yep.
I'm gonna pay for my discovery call, and we're going to start getting to work. You know what I'm saying? That's what it needs to be. um because obviously we are both very busy women, and on top of that, we are serious when we say that we want to work and be with serious people. So if those of y'all who need us to explain what we have to offer, the page has it on there, but also when you get into the calls, we really sit down and talk to you, because there's so many people out there who do what we do, but we're serious about what we do.
Right. That's
So
true.
it's very important that everybody understands that not only do we have respect for you, we also want that in return as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
I know how it is, when it comes to excitement versus the back end conversations and things like that. So I want to make a
Yeah.
point of
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, right? So
Yeah.
again, today, what we're going to talk about this evening is your systems congruent with your business? Is your systems congruent with your business? And when I looked up that word, the meaning of congruent, it really sums up to meaning harmony. Are your systems in harmony with your business? Is in harmony with your message? Is your system, are they in harmony with whatever it is that you're launching? Everything has to be in harmony. Doesn't mean it has to be perfect, because obviously as you grow, you have to make adjustments,
Right.
right? You have to change some things, you got to alter some things, right? But still, you should always seek for everything in your business to run in a sense of harmony. That way is less stress on you. It's less you stepping in and having to do things that you shouldn't be doing as an
Right.
entrepreneur. And like Sasha mentioned last night, you're really a CEO. You're really a CEO of your company, because now
Yeah.
your systems are congruent with your business. Everything falls in harmony, and things are just moving like a well-oiled machine, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
I agree 100%. People think that because something works for one person, that it's going to work for them. And instead of actually taking a step back and looking at your business the way you're actually trying to run it, um, you can't do what other people are doing. You have to do what works best for you.
yeah, and that's where I talked about, even in my intro, where the uniqueness comes from, because I've seen this many times in the past, and I even still see that to this day, where you possibly could get out there and find somebody that does your graphics, or find somebody that does your
Yeah.
lead or whatever, but none of those people are working in harmony. You got separate departments on different parts of the
Hmm.
world, and even parts of the country, and everything sort of has to mesh together. Everybody needs to know jointly your vision, and all of them need to also know each other as well. That is
Right.
important, right? So yes, you can, there's other people that you're probably seeing that has all these things in place and things like that, but they're probably have a team that is well oiled within their business, and then they try
Yep.
to bring that team over into your business to sort of copy and paste what their business congruency is into yours, and it may not work for you because you may have a totally different type of business. So what I love about the team that we have, and the people that is like I said, we have a team of over 25 people at this point now, and it's growing every day. It
Yeah.
grew by one extra person earlier today, this morning, is that we do all businesses. I am early on in my career, working in this online space. I've had coaches that tried to fit me into a box,
Me too.
when I realized that my content really nurtures, and I saw a problem for three different types of audiences.
Yeah.
I had to say, you know what, this is what how my business is designed, and I need to find somebody who can not only coach me, but also understand the design of where my business is at right now, where I want it
Right.
to. And so for
Right.
those of you who are like, listen, I offer programs, but I do want to offer products too, come to us. If you're a person that says, well, I offer I'm a coach, but I do services as well,
Yeah.
help you with that. So it's no limitations here where it's like we only want to work with people who are course creators, or we only want to work with people who are product based businesses, or we only want to work with service providers. We have people who are professional at and knowledgeable of all. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's important. It's something that's unheard of. It's not common, because
Yeah.
but we don't believe that every woman is positioned in a box. Those of y'all who are watching right now, are you do you want to be in a box? Like, do you want to just be known for that one thing, or just have that one thing that you are known for? Do you feel like there's multiple things that God has put on your spirit to get out there and present to the world? You have multiple passions, you have multiple
Right.
aspirations, you have multiple visions, you have multiple things that you like and enjoy to do, you have multiple reasons why people come to you.
Right.
So that's really the invisible difference that we have, is that we don't want to fit you into a box. We don't want to limit you. We know that you are a
Right.
limitless woman. We are, as women, we're already multitaskers. We already can do 11
Mm.
things at one time and think about 1,000 different things in one day. So why would we want to put you in a box in your business? That wouldn't be fair to you, and that wouldn't be fair to what God has called you to be in. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's something that's very important. So like I said, go ahead, sis.
That happened to me
Yeah.
before, where I wanted to do so many things, and the person was a very good coach, but they weren't a good coach for me.
Oh yes, I remember you was talking to me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they kept, every time I kept coming up with, this is what I want to do, instead of them telling me, well, we're not going to do that now. We're going to focus on one thing, and then we're going to do that. It was totally off the table. No, you can't do that. That
Mhm.
doesn't fit with your message. And I'm like, well, it does, because my message is me.
Mhm.
So if I want to do that to support my message, then it fits with me. How can it not fit if it's me?
Mhm.
So I dealt with that, and I don't ever want to have to do that to anybody. I don't want to do that to anybody else. I have different people from different businesses, and the thing that people keep thinking when they hear niche down, they're taking it the wrong way.
Yeah, they are.
When people are saying niche down, it's not, well, the way I take it, at least, when somebody tells me to niche down, it's niche down on what you're providing,
Yes.
not who you're providing it for. You have your people, but your people can come from different backgrounds. Like your interview with how do you pronounce his name again? The gentleman you
Miyoko.
have,
Miyoko.
Miyoko. That was so good when he was like, they all come from different backgrounds, different companies, different businesses, but they all have the same
No
problem.
problem. That's right.
And that's the thing that I was trying to tell this person. Like, it's not that I'm not switching my company at all. I want to set it up so I can offer it to different people. I don't want to just take care of one group of people. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me at all. So the fact that you are like, no, I help service providers, coaches, and network marketers. I'm like, okay, me too. I was
Mm-hmm.
That's me
Mm-hmm.
too, and over time I was like, yeah, well, coaches, but I also want to do help service providers, but I also want to do network marketers. And I was like, which one am I going to pick? And you're like, why can't you help them all? And I'm like,
Yeah,
why
what you
can't I
have to
help them
offer,
all? I'm
help
like,
them
why can't I
all,
help
then
them all?
offer it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the purpose of it. And it's like I had a client just recently, and again, we do a lot of assets with a lot of our clients, and one of the things that she wanted, was a logo. And I was like, you know what, let's pause on that for a minute, because you want to do more than just that one thing. You want to do
Mhm.
health and wellness, you want to do not for profit, you want to do products and stuff. Let's first think about that logo as a representation of everything under your umbrella, instead
Right.
of saying, okay, let's just get it for this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the main attraction, right? So
Right.
that's the counseling that most people don't get, because when you're working with people who even do done for you services, well, I don't believe half of them are really done for you, but they're just rushing, like, okay, you pay for this, all right, let's get this done. They're rushing. And yes, getting a turnaround time is great, and we have amazing turnaround time, but the purpose is that also knowing and understanding, is that client in fact ready for that at this point? Have they really gotten their message together? Have they really figured out what's that main problem that they solve for a multitude of different types of women and men, children, and getting that clear first, because we don't want people to walk away with an asset that they regret getting, because that
Right.
does come up. If you're not 1000% certain, it could be a year later and you're like, oh, I don't like that, and you're going to pay again to get something that, if you just took maybe another 3-4 days or maybe even a week to think about it, it would have been something that you initially wanted. So that's another thing, is that where that coaching part comes in and where that consulting part comes in, is really getting them to understand, well, why do you want this? Why do you want this build? Or why do you need this done? So that way they're clear on all ends.
Right.
So that's very important. Yeah. So let's jump into this, guys. We have 4 points to go over with you guys today, and I thank y'all for hopping on. The first thing we're going to talk about, like this whole conversation this evening, is about the importance of systems. And like I said, is your system congruent with your business? And I love talking about systems. Sasha, you love talking about systems,
I
right?
do too. Yeah, I do.
Because one of the main things that you notice is that systems provide, consistency. How do you feel about that?
Well, exactly. Systems provide consistency. So okay, one of the biggest things that hurts businesses, and I learned this more and more as I work with people, is fulfillment. And if your
Yeah.
systems that are attached to fulfillment are in the crapper,
Mm-hmm.
your one customer is going to get good service. The next customer or the next client's not going to get good service, and then the next time you might have a little bit of good service, but that's a problem. Your systems need to have you consistent every time. So everybody that comes in, they're obviously going to get their own. They're going to get something different out of it in a sense of what works for them. But if
Mm-hmm.
the service is going to be consistent, the fulfillment's going to be consistent, the value of the customer from beginning to end is going to be consistent. So in that you can actually scale, because based on my systems, I know this is what's going to come out of it. So I know that since I'm trying to scale, this is what I'm trying to do. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have systems, and you have, the funny thing is, people think, well, I don't know how to get a system. You do have a system. You just have it
Mm-hmm.
in your head. You
Mhm.
just don't realize it yet. You just got to get it done on paper. Once you start doing that, there's less stress because you're not having to reinvent the wheel every time. Well, how do I go from A to B for a customer? I get them, I talk to them, invoice, this, that. But if you're constantly having to think, what do I do next? What do I do next? What do I do next? That's time wasted. That's fulfillment that gets dropped, which in turn your customers they enjoyed the product, but they didn't get the fulfillment that they paid for. And now,
Mhm.
guess what? They're not telling anybody about anything because their
Mhm.
fulfillment wasn't done correctly because of you not being consistent. Not that you don't know how to do it. It's just that you weren't consistent. You weren't following through with the system to keep
Mhm.
everything flowing the way it's supposed to. So
Mhm.
a system and consistency, they go hands in hand. The reason you have a system is so you can be consistent. Social
Mhm.
media posting, invoicing, just editing a video, just commenting on a thing. We'll use you as an example. Every time you have a live, like I would say like 10, 20 minutes later, always within that time, I always get notifications that you liked all the comments
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
that the comments were liked. And it's something so small as that, but now I've come to expect it.
Mhm.
Now I've come to say, because you have a system that after a live, after a video, you go and you show your people appreciation for being there. And it's a system and it's consistent. So now I know that if you didn't comment, you always do say something about a comment. But if I wrote something and I wanted you to kind of see it, I know that later on and within 10, 20 minutes after the live that you're going to see it and you're going to say, oh yeah, I agree, or hey, this is my opinion on that. Because of your systems, you're consistent, and I learned to expect it.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
customers and your clients learn to
Process is
expect it.
everything in
Yeah.
business. Like whenever you do, there has to be a process. It has to be, when I do this, this is what I need to get done after that. Or when
Mhm.
a client reaches out to me, this is what I need to get done. When I'm uploading something, this is where it needs. I mean, I'm y'all should be writing how you do everything down.
Everything.
But when you after you do that, like that was one time, even a couple of months ago, I think I shared this with you, Sasha, where I got mad at myself. Like I was sitting here and I was so
Yeah.
mad because it was something in my business that took me an hour to do. Like no
Yeah.
matter how fast I worked or how efficient it was, it still took an hour. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, Letitia, you could give this to somebody else. Like, why you're not supposed to be doing this? Because as I was doing it, I was thinking of all the other things I could be doing. I could have done a live. I could have followed up with a couple people. I could have done all this, that. I know the
Mhm.
majority of you guys who are building a business, or if you have been in business for a while, y'all have that same thing too, where you're like, you don't do something all the time because it takes too long. It's too time consuming, or it may be data entry. It may be you tracking your leads on a spreadsheet or something. You got to put the first and last name in separate columns, plus the email, then the comments of the correspondence that you've had. That takes time.
Mhm.
It's not. So even like we changed, email services, so we had to integrate,
Oh my
all of our
goodness.
accounts from one service to another service. And yes, you can do the import export, but again, you have to do it a certain way where you know that your subs are going to get your content. That takes 3-4 hours, or maybe even 3 days, because depending on how big your list is. But it's
Yep.
like, when you have that your systems in place, you could be more consistent. You have systems are bigger than just, this is how I make an invoice or whatever. Your systems is something that when you drop something, you have somebody to pick that up and lead from there. You have,
Yep.
you explain more about that, Sasha, because that's something that you love, enjoy to talk about. When
Yeah.
somebody says systems, like what is that? What does that look like?
So if we're talking in the sense of having a back end team and having that infrastructure put in place with having your systems and people that are supporting you, if we're
Mm-hmm.
talking about that, like you said, if you drop something, it can be intentional or unintentional. You have somebody that knows, oh, Letitia can't do that. I got it, without even thinking, without
Mm-hmm.
even thinking. When you have a team, when you have people, because the systems are with the people and they're with actual like written down, files. The systems are with people as well. So
Mm-hmm.
when it comes down to you actually, let me give you an example. Okay, so when it comes to having a meeting, we'll say a team meeting, something small. You have to have a system for a team meeting,
Mm-hmm.
because guess what? You want everybody leaving that meeting knowing what they're supposed to be doing.
And as a CEO, you don't always have to be on those meetings.
Right.
You know,
Well, you probably are at the beginning because you don't have your
yeah,
systems in place.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
But
So,
if you're getting to that level where you have that back end machine, you don't
yep.
always have to be in hour to 2 hour meetings with people. You know, you have that
Yeah,
operation
that's
manager piece.
training.
You have that people helping you with that. They can take care of it. But I know for some of y'all looking at this live and you're like, well, I don't trust people enough to just give them that much leeway or that much power. But just imagine what else you could be doing. Going back to my experience, I was thinking more about what else I could be doing, not so much of what I was doing at the time.
Right.
Because even though your business may bring you so much enjoyment and fulfillment and being proud of yourself, but it can also be sort of like a burden at times because you're like,
Yeah.
I'm doing everything by myself. And this
Yeah.
thing that's taking me an hour to 3 hours to do, man, just imagine if I had 2, 3 people that can do it for me. Or
And
just imagine
it's
if
not
me,
hard. It's
it's
not
not,
hard to have a
it's not.
team.
It's not. I mean, I don't say this to brag, but a lot of the people that I first started online with, I'm way further ahead of. Way, I mean, they may be best selling authors and all this other things, but I spoke all over the world. I have clients over clients. If I write a book today, I know that when somebody else reads that book, everything I put in there is going to work. But then you have people writing books that hasn't even had clients to test out the strategy or the teachings that they wrote in that book. I have a track record of people that I've helped. So if I put something on paper and send it off to a publisher and say, hey, can you publish this and put it out there? I know it's going to help people. Even I launched my workbook and I gave that away. And people are like, why did you launch this for free? Like, this is all Jews. This is all, yeah, she was one, he was one of those people, Sasha. So it's like, some of y'all putting the cart before the horse and y'all getting more title driven than profitable, right? Because there's more broke authors than there are authors who are making money. So when I hear best-selling author and all these other things, I'm like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. Like, what does that mean? What does that
Thank
mean? I'm
you.
not bashing anyone. I'm just being honest, y'all. Like, really, if you're going to put something on paper and if you're going to get it out there to her, and I know how the Amazon best-selling author stuff works. Okay, anybody can get on that. My point of trying to make it is, don't you want to offer a book that has probably 20 to 30 pages at the end of that book of people who say, "Oh my
Action.
God, when I took such and such program, or when I followed these steps, I got this result. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just have a book, but you have a whole, like, when you get a yearbook and people are signing your yearbook, that's what you got in your book. You got people signing off on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my
Yeah.
French, but you got that. That is more of juice for me. That to me is something that I
Yeah.
really pay attention to. It's and because again, I see so much on this digital space, and people are caring about the wrong thing. Get some clients, get some customers, make some money, get out there and help people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of creating something that's going to just collect dust and it's just something cute to put on your obituary, but really when you
Well,
align with it, you have nobody to attest to your information. Go ahead, sis.
yeah, no, a lot. What I noticed about books, they're very good if they're just information.
Mm-hmm.
They are good, but the book is not supposed to be your moneymaker. The
Nope.
book is supposed to be your entry into the people to be aware of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, if you're gonna write a book, information is good, but you can get information from Google.
Anywhere. Yeah. Yep.
You need actionable items. I recently did a mastermind where the book, people were in the book and they said, "Oh my goodness, I love everything in the book, but I'm on chapter 2." Not because they didn't want to read, it's because there was so much actionable items in this
Mm-hmm.
book that they had things to do from the beginning that they couldn't go further, and that's a good thing. That
Mm-hmm.
means that book is going to take them, months, and the whole way through the book they're going to be doing things to change their business. Your
That's
work
right.
your workbook. I When I saw that workbook, I was like, "What the heck, Letitia? What are you doing?" Like, this is I love how generous you are to your people, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm like, girl, every time I say this to my husband all the time, I said, when Letitia sends me a message, and I know this people thinking, oh, they're just, you know, giving each other props, but I'm serious about this. I tell him when Letitia sends me a message, unless I have a couple minutes or a half an hour to do something, I can't listen to it yet. Because
Yeah,
because the moment I listen to it, I have
you're
things to do.
absorbing it. Yeah,
I now have things I have action items to do.
yeah,
If I
yeah,
see something come through, I'm like, oh, I can't. I look at my phone, I'm like, I don't have
yeah,
time for that right now. I gotta wait like
yeah.
half an hour so I'm free because I know the moment I listen or the moment I read,
You're gonna
I
get
better be
moving.
ready to move.
It's that turnaround, and that's
Yeah.
that right there is important. And a lot
Yeah.
of people don't have individuals in their life. Thank you for that, by the way. But a lot of people don't have individuals in their life that you get that. And I talked about that even last night, where I referenced, Eric Thompson, where you get tired of being around people who, when you give them the idea, they ask you how to do it, or when you ask them a question,
Mhm.
they don't really have a plan or a strategy on how you can get an answer to that question. So
Yeah.
when I reach out to my clients, yeah, it's like maybe sometimes, at most, at best, 15 voice clips. But it's
I
also
love
those
it.
clips are going to get you through whatever problem that you
Yeah.
have. And I get it. Even what you do is like you'll look at it and you'll send me a message and say, listen, I'm going to listen to this later. Just to
Yeah.
acknowledge the fact that you see it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you're going to take it later. So that's
Yeah.
definitely appreciated. And so that right there is important. I mean, we do it for each other, and that's why I'm saying this right there. As her and I partner with each other, that's how it is going to be for you guys who booked this call with us. It's like this is not no one is ahead of the other. It's just a full on partnership. You need, as we say, disciples and or allies, people on your team who are rooting you. Like, how many of us don't have people really in our corner rooting for that big idea, that you have? People don't have that a lot. Like when
Yeah.
I had a conversation earlier this morning with Miyoko, it was just every voice message, excitement after excitement, and to the point where we're like, listen, let's just call each other. Let's just call each other. And it gets like that sometimes. I do that with several
Yeah.
of my clients where it's like, this is so big and so awesome that we need to just have a face-to-face video
Right.
conversation.
And I know that by the end of that conversation, it wasn't okay. Yeah, maybe in a couple weeks we'll do this. No, I bet you there's a plan of action to be done
Plan
today,
action is
tomorrow,
transforming
the
money
next day.
into
Like
action. Yep.
done, done.
It's done. It's done. It's on the board. Is things get difficult as entrepreneurs when we're sitting down trying to figure it all out, instead of saying, you know what, let's just get moving, and we're just gonna let the dominoes fall as they may. You
Right.
know, things don't have to necessarily have a physical date to be um, presented out there into the world. Like, I plan on visiting what, 5 cities, and we just added a sixth one. We just added New Orleans on there, and I put it up there on my page. Like, I need PR agents, I need event planners, I need it
So,
all.
so wait, we're going to visit Dr. Ray.
Yeah, I put her city on the map for sure. I just added that. I was like,
No,
if you
you just got me
location,
super excited. I
I have
am
to.
coming with you. I live very close. You're in New York, but I'm in Ohio. I know exactly if I drive without stopping, I can get to you in like 8 hours, and then we can get together and we go to see Dr. Ray.
Yeah, I would love for everybody to just come with me from city to city to city. But
Right.
it's like, I'm not gonna wait for nothing.
No,
What am I waiting for? I'm
no.
gonna line up my team so that we can just get the damn thing done. I mean,
Yeah.
most of everybody else in the world is waiting for things to get better. No, this is new norm. It's just about the adjustment. So if you do an
Hmm.
event, within a year or a year and a half, you just have to make adjustments on how much your capacity is going to be, how you're going to keep, your guests safe, how many times you can do it. Maybe you have to do
Right.
more instead of doing one big annual one. So it's just always a way around to adjust. But again, when I make a big idea, I don't want to hear nobody on my team say how we're going to do it. Everybody on my team needs to be like, listen, okay, I'm going to be in charge of this. I'm going to be in charge of that. I'm going to take over this. And they make sure to keep my nose out of it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm not, like, I made a big mistake yesterday. I know Teresa's on here. I had to apologize to Teresa before she got on me. because she's responsible for certain things under my brand, and I just like jumped in the ship and said, let me do this, because I got so excited about something. And I ended up saying telling everybody to congratulate the wrong person. I put your name and not the actual person's name. So everyone's like, no, it's this person, not.
I mean, thank you, but no.
Yeah. That's what I did. So I was like, oh, Trees, I'm sorry. I'm going to go sit in my corner. Because I had no business. I already have somebody who's taking care of that. I had no business sticking my nose in.
Trees said yes.
So there's a lot of things that even I have to relinquish control and be consistent at. Because once you relinquish control of something in your business and you give it to somebody else to run and operate and take care of, you got to keep it that way. And it's hard to not get in. It's like when your mom is making dinner, you're like, is it ready? Is it ready? And she's like, shut up. Well, I'll tell you when it's ready.
Yeah, and your people need to be not rude, but they need to tell you, hold on, I got this. Let me do what I gotta do because I got your best interest in mind. If the people that you have on your team aren't telling you what's supposed to be done next, they gotta go.
Yeah, you need your team to check you at times.
Yeah, we can't micromanage adults.
Exactly, and this is why everybody on your team needs to be all under one house, under one agency, because that way everybody knows where you're supposed to be positioned at.
Right.
They know what your focus needs to be on, and when you're stepping over, they need to check your back and be like, coach or boss, I got this.
Yeah, and I like that the way that it's set up with the company. I like that there's a small margin for errors for the simple fact that you don't have everybody, oh, this person's on this person on this. I got to wrangle this person. I got to wrangle that person. I love the whole one-stop shop in the sense of you're talking to one person, me, and then I'm talking to the people that we need to talk to. So you don't have to, as the client, if you're working with a team, you're not over here dealing with, well, what is this person doing? What is this person doing? No, you're the CEO of your company. Be the CEO of your company. Let us tell you what's happening for you, what we're doing for you to go towards your vision, because we're on that vision ride with you. So let us tell you what we're doing for you, and you just do what you do what you're supposed to be doing. And people they think when they see somebody successful, they think, oh man, that woman is amazing. That man is amazing. You think they're doing it by themselves? They're not. They have an amazing, it's not that they're not good, but they are in their zone of genius, and they have a team backing them in their zone to do everything they're supposed to be doing. And we said that, we keep saying this, but if your infrastructure is not stable, and it's not like solid where you have that set up, you're only going to go so far. I know, and I try not to be so crass about it, but you are going to literally run out of gas, and your business is just going to pop out.
Yeah, and we're going to hear the same things that we hear and what I'm doing, guys, right now, I'm searching for my particular business model that I initially sent to Sasha, because her and I, am I echoing?
Not that I hear.
Okay, I hear myself echoing. That's weird. But Sasha and I have been talking back and forth for a few months now, and there was at one point where I had to just get super crystal clear on what my business model looks like. Now, I'm not going to show you guys my exact well, I don't care. I'll show it to you guys. I don't care. Let me just take out some names though here, because we like to practice confidentiality here. Yes, we do. Yeah. So, and Sasha, when I sent you this initially, this diagram, what were you thinking?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of a nerd for this stuff, so I was like, ooh, visual diagrams, yay. So you can't really ask me in the sense of was it a bad thing? I got excited about it because when you laid it out like that, I was like, oh, okay, I got it.
And it simplified what was in my head.
Yeah. No,
You know, and
I
I mean,
appreciated it. I appreciated it big time because the moment you said it and wrote it down, I was like, oh, okay. I got this. Let's do this. And that's exactly how
yeah.
it was. I got it. And you were like, you sure? Yeah, let's do this.
Everyone, am I still echoing? Before I show you guys this, let me know if I'm echoing or not. Dr. Ray said I am. Diane said I am. Treese, am I still echoing?
I don't hear an echo.
Yeah, I heard it a little bit. Let me just wait 1 second. Am I still echoing everybody? I don't hear it anymore either. But yeah, so it's a lot of us. It it's not that simple to actually take what's in our head and put it on paper, because even though we're doing it, oh good, thank you, Dr. Wright. Even though we're doing it, it's something that just comes in our nature. We're just doing it off of habit and routine. But it's very hard for us to just sit down and put it on paper. So what helps me, since I'm a little bit of a different thinker on how I analyze things in my brain, I have to write things down. I have to not no I no 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 no. Let me rephrase that. I don't like to write things down. Let me rephrase that. Sorry about that. I like to draw things out. Okay, that's how I process things. So when, a couple weeks back when I did send Sasha this, it was like it started off with about 3 different circles, and then it ended up being a massive amount of circles. And as you guys can see from this PDF, I have more stuff in development here. But it's taking that idea that you have, that vision that you have, and writing it down, like calling it sketching. And so since I worked with like architects in the past and things
A
like that,
blueprint.
they have to give us they had to give us a blueprint of what is it that you want. And sometimes putting things into words, it's that people still don't get what you mean. They still don't get what your overall expectation is. But when you're writing it down and drawing it out, you start to add more circles and add more dots. So obviously, always the biggest thing that a lot of entrepreneurs have an issue with, and this is across the board, whether you're a course creator, a service provider, or a network marketer, is communication. Communication is really something that bottlenecks our businesses. A lot of y'all are probably spending a boatload of time in Facebook Messenger and emails, when you could actually have somebody in the middle to take care of that. So you're up here, and the only person you speak to is one person. But guess what? Everything else is getting done by other managers or people who are assigned to different departments in your business.
I'm so glad you're showing this to them.
Yeah, you don't have to be the deciding factor of everything that goes on in your brand. So you shouldn't be the one that is speaking to the design manager. You shouldn't be the one that's always speaking to the lead gen manager. You shouldn't be the one that's always speaking to the growth manager, or etc., the onboarding team. Why are you talking to them? They see who's coming in. They're getting the names. They're getting the emails. They even getting the addresses. Why do you need to even be in that poll? So there are times I will jump from here to here, and that's where Therese comes in. She puts me back up here because I am the what? I'm the CEO. I'm a CE mother L, okay? And I'm not supposed to be here, and down here. I need to be up here, which just means on this slide with you guys. Hi.
Right.
in the front of everyone's faces. So that alone, I know for a fact, for those of y'all who are watching this here, is going to save y'all a lot of man hours on your end. That alone will help you now to focus on other things that's going to level up your business. And I shared other projects that with Sasha before that I couldn't get to because I didn't just have the time. I was limiting, and I'm just going to show the diagram again. I think I'm going to keep this up the entire time, if you don't mind, Sasha.
No, I think that's why I'm excited that you showed it, because I'm looking at this and you guys don't understand what. First of all, the team that you're seeing right here, this is a 7-figure plus team.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one. That's number one. The fact that she is creating something, the fact that we are part of something that is bringing a 7-figure team to you at the position where you're at to grow to 5, 6, 7 figures, and you're having it now
Mm-hmm.
in one stop shop of people that they already are meshing with each other. They already
Mm-hmm.
know their responsibilities. They already know how stuff has to get done. They already understand deadlines. They already understand, that we are making the CEO the CEO. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
understands their position, and you're getting it in
Mm-hmm.
one spot.
Mm-hmm.
We're, this team, I honestly can't get over the fact that this is happening, because this team right here that is being put together, that has been put together, this is what you normally in your business are working towards when you're really serious about your business. A solid 2 to 5 years of solid revenue, solid consistency, solid, profit. And Letitia's bringing it with, bringing me on board and bringing all the managers that you see there on board. She's bringing it to you at the front. So
Mm-hmm.
guess what you're gonna do? It's not gonna be 5 years down the line. This is gonna be,
It's gonna be it's
six
gonna be
months,
before the
one
end of the
year.
year.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it's gonna be amazing. So
This
you
is a
have a
30-day
leg up.
transition. Yeah.
You have a leg up. I honestly, I'm looking at this, and it's like, I know we went over it, but seeing it again like this, I'm like, this is a serious team.
Yeah, but people ask, well, when can I build a structure like this, Letitia? Do I have to wait 10 years like every other online marketer tells me? Do I have to wait,
No,
5 years? Guess when you can have all this, guys?
now,
You can have all this now. It could be today, because it's already there. It's up to you on whether or not you want to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Or obtain it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. So when I had to sit down and thank you, Sasha, for sharing that, write this out. Well, not write it out, draw it out for Sasha. Everything now makes sense. So when I needed certain projects done, I knew who to sort of highlight, to get that done. I knew who I needed. Well, really more than anything, who do I need to connect with first? So if you're trying to plan an event next year, you know what I'm saying? You know that, okay, first and foremost, gotta connect and make sure that the design team first comes through, and then okay, now the lead gen team to bring leads into the event, and then the growth team. So things are going to happen. We could prioritize things more easier doing it
hmm
this way. But again, guys, everybody's structure is different. You may need more legs or you may need less legs in the beginning. As your business grows, more legs gets attached. But the thing is, guys, if you don't start from somewhere, you start nowhere. Like if you don't have this initially early on, I wish I had this early on in my business. This is why it took me a while to even draw
right,
this out, because I had a business, I have a business, but I wasn't visualizing what I needed. And that's the part that gets hard for us to write things down. We always going to get stuck and hit a wall because we don't even know we're writing down at the time. We don't even have the
right.
structure in place. So Diane said, I definitely need that assistance. You are so right. I have to pick a different team for my business. Ask not one person. And Diane, if you're really serious, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com and book a call with us. But you shouldn't have one person doing everything, right? You shouldn't have one person doing everything. That's not good. And I know Sasha, talk a little bit about that, sis.
Right. Well, we kind of touched on it yesterday,
Yes,
actually.
we did.
That everybody on your team, there's different sections on your team. You have the CEO, which is usually sales, because you're the company. You have the tech, you have marketing, you have admin, you have operations. That's what your team is supposed to consist of.
Mm-hmm.
And just think about that. As a CEO and having what you're supposed to have, you're not supposed to be doing more than 5 tasks,
Mm-hmm.
five major tasks that are needing to be done. So if you don't have a team, and say you're supposed to have 5 major people, each person's not supposed to do more than 5 things. That's 25 tasks that you're doing as a CEO. And I
Mm-hmm.
bet you anything, the one that's getting dropped the most because you're spending so much time on everything else is your sales, is your fulfillment, is your visibility, making people aware of you. How are you gonna how are you gonna make people aware of you if you're too busy doing, you know, you're working on your graphics, you're not a graphic person unless you literally your business is graphics, you're trying to make a graphic and you're spending hours on it, where somebody who's the graphics person that's on your team, they can do that in 10 minutes and it can come out because they know your brand, they know your vision. It can come out in half an hour, 45 minutes because they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, without having that extra person, you're spending so much time on so many things that are not creating revenue. They're not actually putting money in your bank, whatsoever, and it's a waste of time. It's a
Mm-hmm.
waste of time. And I see it all too many times, the CEO trying to do everything. And you know what? It's commendable for a short time, but you're not, the trying to glorify the solopreneur and I do everything and I got my hustle. That's not, like you said, that's not cute. Nobody, no, that's not a business.
Mm-hmm.
You think that oh, Damon John is like, yes, I do it all, I'm amazing, ha ha ha. No.
In most companies, if you have the CEO doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, that means somebody's getting fired that day.
Yeah.
If I have to do something on my own, that means I need to let some people go. You know what I'm saying? Because and it's not, anything bad or anything to be mean, but it's about, making sure that things are getting done in a timely manner, so that
Yep.
you can continue to do what it is that you need to do. So even as I'm adding, more stuff on here, one of the things is like, okay, some of y'all can't write that book or plan that next event or get what you need, because like Sasha said, you're doing graphics on Canva. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Are you over there, posting on Instagram, or you're the one that's following up with potential leads? You know what I'm saying? So you can't get to all the other exciting things that's going to level up your business. Your responsibility as a CEO is to do things that's going to allow you to be the face of your company, the face of your brand, the face of your products that you're selling. It's whether you have your own products or you're in network marketing. If you're a course creator, you have to stay being the face. If you're a service provider, you have to stay being in the face. But it's hard to be in a face when you're doing data entry,
Mhm.
when you're doing graphics, when you're doing landing pages, right?
Yep.
You need to hand it off to somebody else to get done, period. You just don't have the time. You have to admit to yourself that you do not have. Some of y'all are still working a job right now. And I mean, granted, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I still, right, Sasha, we still sorry about that, guys, don't have time to do everything. We just don't. It's not that many
Right.
hours a day. And for the majority of us who are trying to build a business throughout this economy and this recession and all this unrest, we still don't have time. And the more clients and customers you get, it lowers your time even more. It lowers your time
Yeah.
even more.
People make the statement, when you have kids, it takes a tribe. When you're think about your business like your child.
Yeah,
It's a child. It takes a tribe.
yeah.
You
Right.
cannot do it on your own. Yes, that is your baby. Yes, you love it more than anybody else is gonna love it, even if they care about it. They're not gonna love it as much as you, and that's fine.
Hmm.
This is your baby. This is your business. But guess what? You don't there's so many people out there that say, I did everything by myself. No, you didn't. You have a babysitter, or you
Hmm.
have a grandparent, or
Hmm.
you have a friend that comes steps in. You have your partner.
Hmm.
You didn't do it by yourself. Sometimes it feels like it. It definitely feels like it sometimes. But when you're being honest, you don't do it by yourself. There's times where if my husband's home from work, he'll say, "What do you need help with?" And it's like, I would love your help in the office, but I really don't need your help in the office. I need you to tend to them. So
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have to,
help. Yeah,
yeah, I need you to tend to the kids so I don't
washing
have to
the
worry about
dishes,
it.
that's help.
Yeah.
Like we need help. And so when you start, like, and I'm glad you mentioned that. When you start getting more help in your business, and you're making the money you need to make. Now the second phase is your life. Like,
Mm,
you're making more money, so you can hire a cleaner. You can hire somebody to get to in that closet that you just use as a junk closet, and you need to get rid of some stuff. and just the aspect of opening that closet overwhelms you. You're like, oh, I'll do it next
Who
week.
has a closet like that?
I have two junk closets in my house. I do. I have probably 4 car seats right now. I have to, and I'm always still asking people, oh, if you want to donate clothes, girl, just send it to my house. Because I got, I'm going on 5 kids now. So
Yeah.
I have tons and tons of stuff. So I know with myself, I'm never going to get to my 2 junk closets. I need to hire somebody to help me with that.
Yeah, I never thought that
to
yeah,
throw stuff away.
I never thought that I would hire somebody to clean my house, but the more that I run my business, the bigger the company gets, the more that I see that I have to be working with the people directly. I'm like,
Your brain is fried.
I think I'm gonna have to hire. I think I want to, not that I have to. I think I want to hire somebody to help clean the house once a week, just to help. And when I first started years ago, thinking about that, I'm like, nobody's gonna clean my house. I'm gonna run my business. I'm gonna clean my house. I'm gonna do everything by myself. Blah 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 blah. And now I'm like, how soon can I hire somebody to clean my house?
I know. And it was like for me when I don't do my own laundry. You have a laundry service that come here and picks it up. And you know the amount of guilt people try to make me feel because I have people coming to pick up my clothes and wash it. I don't care. That's 3 hours of me not doing washing, folding, sorting. I give everything to the laundry guy. And I'm not ashamed to do it at all because again, that's time that I could spend doing something else. I can take a nap in 3 hours. I can go outside and play with the kids. I could do something in my business. So you start to feel like I'm the CEO of my house now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, because there's people out there who have services that you have not even heard about. I mean, you're probably gonna hire somebody to even come to your house to comb your hair or whatever. I mean, whatever. I know that's a little bit extreme, but it's like if I don't
that's weird, but I would love somebody to
just don't feel like it. And if I don't have to cook every night, then have somebody do it for me, then why not?
Oh man, if I always said when I hit 6, 7 figures, when I hit 7 figures, I think I'm gonna hire a nutritionist because everybody says all these people, they're famous people, they're so in shape. You know why they're in shape? Because they got a team of people cooking for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know why
there's somebody to dress me every morning. I don't care. Let people talk about me, honey. Because I'd be times where I'm sitting here with no pants on. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, listen. Listen. It's too much for me to go into that closet and figure out what shirt I want to wear.
I don't have the bandwidth to think about it.
I don't. It's too my bandwidth. Again, because I don't know. I value time different than most people. Like me doing this. I get it. Me being with my kids, that's value to me. Everything else don't mean nothing to me. If I could pay somebody else to do it, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's the point. But a lot of people, they love to do laundry and that's their thing. I'm like, oh hells no.
I know somebody loves to do laundry.
Okay.
So moral of the story: you need help. You need help. You need help. You need a team behind you in your business, in your home. But in order to, we'll look at it as a stepping stone. The first step is getting the team behind you in your business, so that way you can get the team behind you in your home. Mm-hmm. Bam, right there.
Mm-hmm. That's right, bam, pow. That's important, and you don't have to look far. You don't have to. The next question is, well, let me see who is out there that I can work with. We have when we say everything, y'all. We have everything in-house. I have to say I have the best team on the internet. I work with some amazing people such as Sasha, work with some amazing men and women, okay, out there. And it's just an honor to just be around such excellent, right, girl, go ahead, Dr. A.T. Some excellent individuals. And the biggest thing, everyone, and I know we have other points to get into, but I think we should stop here. But I think the biggest thing is to know, guys, that you deserve help. I said this earlier. You deserve. It's not the fact that should you get it right now, or are you big enough right now? If you're waiting to make money in your business to get on a call with us, it's never going to happen. yes, our calls now are 197, but it could be 497 next month. I may say, girl, I want to now work with another level of type of people. Let's raise the price, and not to put any rank on anyone, but it's just about seriousness, and I know what I
Yeah.
offer. I know what's out there, and
Yeah. And that's the thing.
I know what I offer.
The level is not financial level either. That's the crazy thing. I know that it may seem like that. The level is a mindset level. The level is an action level. Are you a mover and shaker, or you are just talk about it?
And
No,
I
that's
don't,
the
I
level.
let me tell you something. I don't know if Dr. Ray wants me to share this, but I am. And Dr. Ray, if you want to come on here, I would love for you to share it. Dr. Ray had something going on tonight, and she reached out. She got her graphics. She didn't just get one graphic. She got like 3 different mock-ups in less than 30 minutes. Okay. And this morning we talked about it, and prepared for her call, and she just got so emotional. And that to me is like so amazing, that when you're getting that level of support, it almost feels like it's just unbelievable. It's
It is.
like when you exceed people's expectations, it makes this whole thing that we're building worth it, because we
Yeah.
want you guys to feel, yeah, we want you guys to feel 1,000% like you have people in your corner. Like, girl, we got you.
Right.
You got this going on. All right, we got you, girl. What you need? Give me about 30 minutes, girl. I'll throw it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we
Yeah.
put the timer that short of a time because that's our level of expectations. We always want to exceed even the expectations that we give, that we put on ourselves. And I think that's something that's important.
Mm.
So that alone is what people are mainly looking for, more than all the awesomeness of the designs, the VA assistance, and everything else that we offer. It's just knowing that you have a whole boatload of people who just got your back,
Yeah.
some of y'all got family members that won't get your back, some of y'all got people under you that don't got your back like that. Their work, you give them something to do, and they're doing it in their own time. They don't understand the seriousness of how big you're trying to grow this business. They don't understand the seriousness of how not big but fast you're trying to grow this business and trying to build. And the fact that
Yeah.
you don't have all the time in the world, but they do. They do. And that's the major thing. So a lot of times you work with people and you almost feel like you don't want to bother them. Like, oh, I don't mean to bother you. Like, what are you talking about? And I understand, like, a lot of times when my clients have to change their languaging, like, girl, you ain't bothering me. What are you talking about? Just like you got people that got your back, I got people that got my back too. So I, even as a coach, that's why we've added in a mindset coach on our team, had to help people break out their limiting beliefs about this whole industry as a whole. There's so much ugly side, so much ugliness to this online
Yeah.
marketing space, that people do in fact feel, even when they hire a coach, I don't want to bother you. After you pay that person, you afraid to inbox them or ask them a question because you don't want to get your head cut off. Why should you
Right.
feel that way? That's
That's
stress.
true. That's true.
That's abuse to me. I'm gonna be honest. That is abuse, in my opinion. That's abuse at a whole nother level, of that you giving somebody your hard-earned money and they fixing to cuss you out because you had a question, or you just following up on, what you told them you was going to deliver. It shouldn't. It should never be like that. Why? And especially if we're doing it amongst women, especially if we're doing it amongst us women of color, it's just not. It's just not fair. I know you
Yeah.
expect that too. You experienced that too with Sasha, where you dealt with people that made you feel like they would make you feel like you're beneath them.
Yeah.
Talk about that experience.
Yeah, and it's funny because when we say client or I'm a VA, when I was a VA, a lot of people were looking at me like I was their personal, not just personal assistant, but um, their idea was supposed to do whatever they wanted or needed me to do, and
Hmm.
and it was kind of a downfall in the sense of I didn't set proper expectations, but at the same time, I didn't think I had to. You know, I
Mm.
didn't think I had to tell somebody that, especially somebody that knew that was dealing with the same thing I was dealing in the sense of being a mom, being dedicated to children, to have to tell them, hey, it's midnight. If I'm not going to do it right now, it's not because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. It's because it's midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Know? So when you don't have the respect that from the people that you're working with, and that's another thing. Yeah, if you have an outsourced person or you have somebody on your team, you work together. They're not working for you. They're working with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't give respect to the people that are working with you, um, they're not going to do anything for you. And
Mm-hmm.
you're not having to give them free stuff, or it's just respect. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I actually want to, in our next talk, I want to talk about what we wanted to talk about was integrity, because when I noticed that I wasn't getting the respect that I was giving the people that I was working with, that's when I
Mm-hmm.
knew that something I was doing was not that it was my fault, but something I was doing was I needed to switch who I was talking to,
Mm-hmm.
because I got treated like that, where I was a VA and the person was acting like if I told them no, I couldn't do it, or hey, it's family day. If I tell 'em, oh, how dare you? You work for me. No, I don't. I work with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on your team. This is a team effort. I am not your employee. So
Yeah, we are
it
going to
was
definitely
hard.
touch
It was
on that.
hard.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was.
And like you said, what we do is we work alongside with businesses. We have, no one is our boss. It's a different relationship that most entrepreneurs don't understand or don't even respect. I've seen, even the last mentor that I worked with, she treated her team like garbage, and it made me feel very uncomfortable to even sit there. I mean, she never came with that in space at me, because let me tell you something, I don't play that. But to see her do that with other people, that affected me. Most people be like, well, she didn't do it to me, so it's not a problem. But yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that's
gonna
her
do it to you.
character.
You're in that space. That's her character. You're co-signing to that. And anybody that decides to want to partner with you is going to feel that you're just like that. So I had to take my brand, the Camel Success Network brand, away from a lot of people that I felt that didn't have the integrity. And yeah, I do think that we should do a segment on that, Sasha, because that is important, that people must understand that the people that are helping you on your business are working alongside you, not under
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
And there needs to be respect there. We're not your employee. Okay,
Yep.
we are your partner. We're partners in this. When you give us your vision, your expectations, your deadlines, and things like that, we're working alongside you to make and keeping the communication with our entire team to make sure that things happen. But by no means are we positioning ourselves as one of your employees. That's
Yeah.
never going to happen. I'll put anybody in that place. If that does happen, I will give you back your money, because no, I'm more of a respect driven person,
Yeah.
so just making that clear.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like, we will cut ties
Cut it off, honey. Cut it off quick. you
quickly.
know because it's about us just respecting one another as women, as even
Yeah.
if you're a man. I mean, it's just about respecting one another. I mean, I will go to bat for any of my clients. My clients know all they got to do is say, coach, go, and
Me,
I'm there.
me too, man. Oh man, I'm not even gonna get into that because I get that. I get that
Yeah,
100%. Oh, this is what's happening.
I will
Okay.
harass
Okay.
somebody for you.
Right.
I get it. I get it, love. Yeah, because we know how things can get a little bit, negative out of here. But other than that, guys, more than anything, to get you guys to understand that you need not an employee, you don't need an assistant, you need somebody to partner with you, so that you can get this. Partnerships, they are more vested into your goals than any
Mhm.
type of
Yeah.
outsourced VA that you can get. They're just needing money. They need money. They need another client. Whether you make money off of that graphic, off of that website, they don't care. I was speaking to somebody the other day. We're gonna close out in just a second, but but I was speaking to somebody the other day, and somebody built her website, and now she needs to go back and get it edited, and the person can't even edit, doesn't even know how to get into it to edit it. And I'm just like, wow. So you spend all that money, and people don't understand when you're getting websites and funnels, you need also a team, because your business evolves. There's other things you're going to be offering. The season's changing. Maybe you want to change the colors, the graphics, add some stuff on it. And you don't even have a team in mind, a support team in mind to handle all that stuff for you. So like we just said, this is not just a decision that you decide today. You know, after you have a conversation with us and you decide to take our support services, what's going to happen is you're going to be tied to us forever. You know, this is a change forever in your business that you need. You're never going to feel overwhelmed. You're never going to feel left behind. You're never going to feel like, you know, you have more things to do than there's hours in a day. It's just not going to happen. All right. So let's close out on that, Sasha. You think that's good? We close out on that? I think we gave all the juice. Yeah, we're going to be back. What time do you want to be back tomorrow? I know I have something in the morning.
Well, tomorrow's Saturday. You want to be on Saturday?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
I'm in it. I'm just clarifying because
I'm going to be on with Octavia. Octavia Denise is going to be on my show tomorrow morning. She's the CEO and founder of Flab to Fab. She's one of my clients. But tomorrow night, do you want to do like 7?
I'm good. 7 o'clock.
Let's do it, y'all. So listen, everyone, thank y'all for hopping on and watching. The next step, like we said, this show, when Sasha and I show up, it's about what? Watch, listen, take action.
Right.
I see some of y'all been on this live
halfway through.
That's right. Some of y'all been on this live for a long time. It's y'all didn't have no questions, so that means you're ready. So go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com and click that first button there. Book that call with us, and let's start, you know, getting some things going in your business. All right. See y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.